welcome back. Today I'm here with a quick Friday reads, quick being the operative word because I did not read very much this week. I have been in this whole mood to just declutter and organize, and that has just been taking up a lot of my time this week. So I've really only been reading little bits before bed. But I did manage to finish one book this week, which was Ancillary Mercy by Ann Leckie. This is the third and final book in her Imperial Roch series. The series itself is fantastic. Book one just blew my mind because there's a lot of really complex things happening, but in a really cool way. So it was a slightly difficult read, just that it took a lot of brain power to parse through what was happening, but it's worth it and it's just amazing. So that was a 5-star book for me. Book 2 I think is my favorite of the series because it was a lot more straightforward, linear, just easier to read through, and it spent a lot of time fleshing out the characters and relationships that we had come to know in book 1. So that was another 5-star book for me. This one I felt had a lot of those great elements from the other books. It had a satisfactory ending and it was a satisfying read, but it just didn't quite blow my mind the way the first 2 did. So I gave this one 4 stars. Still highly recommend, highly enjoyed. I definitely would rec picking up this series. My other main read from the week is The Problem Client by K.P. Maxwell. This one I am about 50% through, and I'm hoping that I will actually finish it tonight, so we'll see. I've mentioned this book in a few of my previous videos. It is an urban paranormal romance and the first of a series. It's all MM romances, and I will say that there are some explicit scenes, so make sure you're good with that before picking it up, but it is a very fun read. It takes place in a modern day brothel. By day it's a cafe, and then at night the rooms above turn into these magical hosting rooms. There's the whole fantastical element there, and the urban paranormal part comes in because there are shapeshifters. There's like a whole shifter community, which I'd actually forgotten that until I recently got to that part of the book. So yeah, so there's like really a whole world that's getting built up, which is kind of cool because I think a lot of these books are sort of just like the smutty scenes that then has a thin plot overlaying it to like make it a book. But this one actually is building up more of a story with a few of those scenes sprinkled in. So yeah, I'm excited to continue on with that and see what I think. And once I finished The Problem Client, I have 2 more books picked out that I would like to work on going into next week. The first one I mentioned in last week's Friday Reads, and that is Intuitive Tarot by Bridget Esselmont. This is sort of a workbook. It's definitely a resource guide type book to getting a better understanding of tarot cards. On the back it says, learn to read tarot cards from your heart, not the book. And that's something that I want to work on a little bit more. I think I'm kind of reliant on what the book says, and I would like to just be able to draw the card and kind of know from memory a bit more. So hence I'm working through this book. And the second book I want to work on going into next week is not The Just City, which I mentioned in last week's video. I'm switching that one out, and I first want to work on a book called How Bad Are Bananas by Mike Berners-Lee, I think is his name. And this is one that I picked up after watching some videos from a channel called Sustainably Vegan. The subtitle for this book, I believe, is The Carbon Footprint of Everything. So it just goes through a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily think of. The carbon footprint from shipping something that we import from another country, or the processes that go into creating certain items that we might buy and use, or just the carbon footprint of us doing certain things in our daily lives. So it's supposed to be a very enlightening book, and I'm very curious to read a bit more and to help myself make better decisions that are a little more eco-friendly. And the reason why I'm bumping this one up on my TBR is just that it's due to go back to the library in like a week, so I want to make sure I give myself time to read it. So That's my plan. That's my Friday reads. That's what I'm working on and where I am. Let me know down in the comments what you guys have been reading. What are you reading right now? What are you most excited about on your TBR? Let's discuss. And thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!